Borno State, the front line of Nigeria's battle with insurgency.
Now let's talk security. The Borno State.
Borno State.
Borno State now. Maiduguri, Borno State.
Boko Haram territory.
But beyond the headlines, there are people fighting a different war, the war for trust.
The divisional police officer rejected the bribe as part of professionalism.
Meet ASP Nahum Kenneth Daso. He's not just a police spokesperson. He's a son, a mentor, and a man trying to rewrite the narrative of what it means to wear the badge.
Actually, who is Nahum?
Nahum is a police officer. Nahum is a Nigerian citizen. Nahum is a patriot. And Nahum is, I believe he's someone who wants the best for himself too. So the best way I can describe myself is, I can call myself a motivation to younger generation who really wants to do well for themselves. Because I think I'm working in the step of where I want them to see it as an epitome of where they can achieve what they want to.
Now let's take a look at the motivation. What prompted you to become a police officer, and of course how that has that experience have shaped who you are today as a person.
Funny enough, I may say this for this particular interview, which may come as a surprise. I grew up in a family where I got motivated from my parents. Both parents were serving police officers. I mean, my mom, my dad, they served with the police for 35 years and retired. And during the elementaries of my life, I've been someone who really wants to be the helping hand, supporting hands, and looking for how to be the solution to the problem. So I feel being a police officer has placed me with endless barrier to support humanity, help people, and also achieve the shared goal of how much I want to really help out in the society. So being a police officer, I feel, is the right job.
You rose through the rank, and God has made it possible today. You're the police public relations officer, and of course, in one of the most hotspot state, talking about Borno State, which has a very unique security situation in that area. What does it mean to hold such a very sensitive office in such a state?
Well, holding this particular role as a public relations officer in the conflict zone is quite Herculean, it's taxing, and it's something that you need to blend into the trend, because we mostly identify and find possible solutions for communities who have been displaced, trying to build up from the ashes of the war. And Borno is a whole lot putting in place with the complex security situation. But being a public relations officer, it has to do with being effective on the role and how we try our best to let the people understand that there are people out there for their safety, for ensuring that everybody's rights are being catered for, and a whole lot of things. It's really a whole lot. I wish I can speak more. I can really write a book about policing and being a public relations officer in the conflict zone like Borno State.
Keeping our focus on Borno State, it has been in the national headlines, always. And sorry to say, on a negative side most times, especially security-wise, and of course in the area of natural disasters, especially things like flooding. Now, from your perspective, how does the police command manage communication during such a critical situation?
Well, from the Nigerian police force to the Inspector General of Police, keen on how security is very important, and Borno being like a benchmark of rating the Nigerian security landscape, of seeing if we're improving or we are going backwards. The command on its own has been more effective in our roles, and part of that is to see that we are strategic in our communications, where we tend to find the models of how we can communicate to the people, so that we don't end up, because they say if your communication is not effective, you end up soliloquizing. That means you're talking to yourself. So being that, we have to translate the languages to the local language of how the communities will understand, and also see on areas of promoting peace to members of the public, and seeing on how we can use our different reintegrational process and so many things. I don't want to speak a whole lot about it. It's a model of a lot of processes. But for the command, understanding our roles on how we play in a society with the Nigerian Police Act Section 4, which empowers us with the statutory mandate of safety and security for all. We know that we need to be very effective, so the swift response to distress and the quick response to media, and trying to see on how we can control narrative so that we don't give room or vacuum for things like misinformation and disinformation or fake news to go out there. So we are more swift whenever incidences happen. At least in less than 30 minutes to 1 hour, we'll make sure we issue the statement that at least to abreast members of the public of everything that had happened, and being also very truthful and accountable for our actions.
All right. We'll really take kind of time to talk about the issue of misinformation and fake news. But one important part is that I know of is the kind of sensitivity of your office, especially in maintaining cordial relationship with the media, and the community in general. How have you been managing this situation, and how mutual has it been with yourself and of course the Borno and Tier Borno community, especially those people who you happen to be working closely with over the years?
What made it easy is to amplify the voice of the voiceless and also put ourselves into empathy. Because before the work, we are Nigerians, we are patriots, and many of us, like for me, is what I key into the job because it's what I want to do. So basically for things and concerns of how we want to win about them, is to see that we are accountable for our actions. Whenever incidences happen, we don't just keep quiet about them. What are those things that are necessitated for us to do? What are those actions that we taking to preempt such type of incidents for it not to happen? What are the assurance we're giving to the members of the public? So I think these cardinal areas, once we feed into it, is one thing that's given members of the public that hope that we're going to have a sustainable peace over time. And with the working relationship we've had with the media, we understand their roles in giving context to incidences whenever they happen, or reports and the rest, and trying to embrace members of the public. Their roles are not peripheral, they're integral, and we also have to support them. That's why we work very closely with them. So our relationship are very, very close, and we are doing our best.
Now, delving into the issue of fake news, how does the Borno Police Command, actively tackle this, kind of misinformation and false information, especially relating it to how frequent, kind of negative event has been happening in that axis?
It's a swift response. There is no vacuum in communication. When it's happened, you need to speak. You need to be effective, strategic, and also make the people feel you are accountable for every of these actions. So I think that has been one of the major roles on how much we try to tackle that. And whenever we are having, we don't give room for debunking statements. I don't find it comfortable to debunk statements. So before the rumor becomes a gossip, we address it and we kill it. So that we let the people know what is happening before rumors will be spreading about. And this has been effective, just to mention for you, with the use of digital tools such as the social media. Public relations has gone beyond the traditional aspects of writing regular press release, coming up to come and debunk statements, and many people don't want to believe those things. They believe those are just actions for probably they are ideological or politically just driven for you to address some issues. So people want facts, people want realities. That's why we are strategic in our communications.
But then talk to us about, how effective, would you say the Borno State Police Command, has been, improving and what ideas or modalities have you bring on board over the years to ensure that not only your office, you protect, the integrity and of course the reputation of the Nigerian police force?
Well, part of that is the consistent training and retraining program for officers. Like our IG will always say, a smart police officer should always put it at the back of his mind that he's a public relations officer, because you manage perception. On how the Nigerian police force has been eroded with bad name, with negative perception, we know that what we need to do is to make people understand that the narrative have changed of how it is. They need to know that we are having police officers who are now becoming more competent, dedicated in their work, and how they want to address this thing. So for being effective in our own aspect is the training and retraining program, and also ensuring that we do our job. Yeah, I can tell with you that Borno State in previous years had suffered a lot with the insurgency that happened. Many communities displaced. We had close to about 20 local governments that were under the enclaves of the insurgents and the rest. And these communities have been liberated and by good use of the military, that is the Operation Hadinkai, and many other security outfits who have been supportive into that. So having these communities on their own who have now building up, we know that we need to be on our A game, our top aspect of how we address this issue. So the effectiveness of the command is the actions of how we don't play with our jobs. 24 hours 7, we are always there.
All right. Now, away from the issue of major security, there are issues of kind of complaint response. For instance, complaint response unit that was introduced, especially complaints that has to do with raping cases, and other civil, matters. How is it working in Maiduguri specifically?
Well, I would say Maiduguri started the model due to the investment of international donors who have keyed into supporting those initiatives. We have the police complaint response unit, which is a very effective unit. Whenever you're having any particular complaint of concern of police misconduct or any behavior that is unbecoming of a police officer, it's something you can just tap in from your phone, call the number, and you get a swift response. And aside that, also we have also placed out so many other things like our quick emergency response unit, rapid response unit that are also out there. We have our toll-free line that you can reach out at any time when you're having any particular incidents of distress. And I assure you, you will get it in the swift response. If they don't respond to you, call the PR. They know me.
All right. Good one. Now let's also take a look at your office and you in person. Now, what kind of professional values, skills, experience, or any other thing that have actually help in shaping, of course, your duty, shaping your person as a spokesperson of, or the image maker, to say, of the Nigerian Police Force in Borno State?
Well, I'll say part of things that help with that are due to the consistent training and retraining program. I can count, I've been to a whole lot of it. And these are, and also gladly I'm an associate of Nigeria Institute of Public Relations. Just recently we completed our conference which took place in Kaduna just a few weeks ago. And it was interesting because we don't limit ourselves into security policy on our own. We try to see what is common to the society on the general landscape so that we blend into it. Policing cannot be addressed like the days of the 80s, the 90s, and the 70s and the rest. This is a new era, and this training has already put me in good shape, which have helped myself, and the consistent retraining of my own self. So read books about public relations. I have many mentors, the former first PROs of my Nigerian Police Force, people like CPO Juku, people like BCP Olumoyiwa, Benjamin Mundeyi, and so many other force public relations officers who have been under their mentorship, and I think that has really shaped.
All right, let's just go back a bit. You've spoken about the family you came from, which obviously, to some large extent, I would say, shaped your personality. Yes. Now, to the young officers, and those, aspiring to one day, join the Nigerian Police Force, and those who are already in service, and of course, not understanding what it takes to be patient, and of course to wait for their time. Obviously, you might be optimistic and believe in destiny, where you might not have seen yourself in this position. What do you have to tell this set of people?
First of all, I'll tell them, believe in yourself and you're halfway there. I got the Nigerian Police Force out of merit, and it's something that I had passion for. I feel I could make a difference, and I believed in myself and put in a whole lot of effort into it. During my screening time, I was once called, and a lot of people question you and be like, why do you want to be a police officer? And you've tried to find out a reason. So, like the family background, I've watched a lot of people have this mindset of how they feel the job is something you go, you stand by the road. Those are services that you find, if you find them satisfactory, it's what you can do, you do it. It's something that if I was not in the system, I wouldn't have found joy. like the way I perform the way my duty. I do my duty with passion. I do it with joy. I don't have any regret for it, and it's because it's what I feel comfortable about doing about. So for the young ones, they should just believe in themselves. If you really admire, I have a whole lot of youths who reach out, who see me as a mentor. They see many things I do, my activities and so many things, and they keep telling me, I want to be like you, I want to be like you. I'll smile and tell them, you can do it. And a whole lot of them are already in the system. So for the younger ones who are aspiring to become the police officer, just ensure that you keep yourself well, but stay out of crime. Because we don't want criminals in the police, one. And number two, again, you need to keep yourself to be physically fit on your own. Like the young youths, when they involve themselves into gangsterism, so many other things, I always tell them, if you cut your finger, you cut your hand, nobody is going to employ you in the job. So you need to keep yourself smart, you need to keep yourself mentally stable, keep that mental agility for you to become a police officer.
All right. Let's look at the area of, citizens' engagement in the area of misinformation. We're also going down, what do you or what will you give, in terms of advice, especially to young people, on how to engage responsibly with, security information and support law enforcement efforts? This is important because over time we've seen how, in terms of maybe in the area of protest, we've seen how, sometimes it escalates into something else, and so many other, instances. What advice would you give, not only for the young people and for the general public, in terms of citizen engagement and how to report or engage police according to the law?
Well, first is for them to know the law, know their limits. That's why we have people who are keen into ensuring that they educate people on digital literacy. And there's one thing we call the digital social responsibility. How do you use your social media handles? Do you see information? Are they verified before you post, before you share? Have you confirmed? Are they from reliable source? These are questions that I feel like should be run through the heads of people whenever you're using these handles, because now a whole time bomb can be set up in a social media handle. So many incidences happen during the NSAS protests that happened, sometimes around 2020. A whole lot of things. Many of those things that we saw in the media and the rest, they never really happened. So you can imagine someone in Kano, someone in Zamfara, someone in Enugu who can instigate violence by just writing 4 paragraphs. So that's why we advise youths to be very careful, know how to use the social media handles. And of course to our celebrities, influencers, and so many other people that we have, because everything is now leaving the traditional aspect to go into digital. Should be very more careful about it. People use the social media handles and many other things for things like other vices, like sales of drugs, arms, ammunition, so many things, recruiting people into cultism and so many other things. So always keen to them to be very conscious of how they use their social media handles, how they use the internet space, and be very careful about it. Not everything you see online is real. The use of artificial intelligence coming into society, a lot of things can be cooked up. So we always advise them, please be more cautious, know how to use these media handles. So dive into digital literacy. If it's something you're missing out, you need to know the unknown.
Now, you've talked about one important aspect, the issue of artificial intelligence. We're getting to a time or an era where to differentiate between something that is real and something that is just AI generated.
To be very honest with you, is something we all need to pay more attention and focus about. But we are doing our best as a civil and a responsible institution. Thank God for so many other applications. The more these ones are built, the more things like deepfake and the rest we use for verifications. We are not leveraging on our own traditional aspect of handling things. We are IT inclined too. We are very smart guys. Just of a case that I'm privileged to know about, someone tried to hack into Microsoft, and I will tell you that a police officer in Abuja arrested those syndicates. And we had the Microsoft who sent delegates who came to the Nigeria to investigate. So we are now acting smarter.
All right. Now, I would like you to talk to the people of Borno. For now, you still remain their very own. Now, what do you have to tell the people in the area of being security sensitive?
We always tell them, our slogan are mostly similar and same like we always mention. If you see something, you say something.
Mm.
So it's beyond if you see something, you say something. It's now time for the police to do something.
Mm.
So we encourage them whenever there are things, you can use your phone, document those evidences, send to our emergency contact, send to our social media handle, tag us, we are accountable. We are very, very active on our social media handles. If you want to follow us at Borno Police NG, if you want to follow me at my personal one, it's at NK Daso. Just add Daso any of them. I'm active on Twitter. A lot of people will drag issues that are not even only about security, that have other public concern. We give advices. We are out there. Just these actions are to make the people feel we are accountable for anything that happens in the society. So we encourage them whenever there are things like this, they should speak up. If you don't speak up, we won't know what is happening.
All right. Now, we just, ended the interview. Is there anything specifically that we might have captured that you really, really want to talk about, probably about yourself or, of course, to the people out there in general?
Oh, I will speak to the camera.
All right.
To the people who are out there, you should know that they are police officers who are well dedicated to their work. We want to do more and we need more support from you. Don't see us as problem in the society. See us as solutions to your problems. That's why we are out there. We're having public relations officers across the 36 states. And the Borno where I represent, I do a whole lot for my decks, not to blow my trumpet, but at least what we need for our efforts to be seen and known is more engagement from members of the public. We are available for you. We are out there and we are more concerned. Any issue, is it about sexual gender-based violence, different heinous crime, insurgency, so many other things that can happen. We are out there and the Borno State Police Command. We reassure our dedication and commitment to ensuring the general safety and security of all citizens of Borno State.
All right, thank you. And quick one, there are other colleagues that you've worked with, some you're still working with, you've lost a lot of people along the way. What do you have for, especially those people that are part of your journey? What do you have to tell them? Your family, parents, and relatives, and of course your colleagues.
When we were in the academy, there were so many moral songs that we sang, and we never knew what those musics mean until we start dancing into the rhythm. Things like "I don't belong," "Mama," "I'm sorry," so many other things. They were just chants, morals, and so many other things. But putting them into reality, the sacrifices that we are putting, our families are putting it out there too. Maybe they may not get time to see the regular day-to-day lifestyle of a 9-to-5 kind of person, but those dedication are what they also understand. And they appreciate our efforts, and we also appreciate the fact that they appreciate our efforts in what we do too. So I think.
All right. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you, and of course, from our end, we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.